I would love to. I'm sorry, that's how I imagine the Duck's voice.
Thursday, members of the Nebraska Danger football team were at the Grand Island Public Library to kick off the Summer Reading Enrichment Club. Youth Services librarian Celine Swan said having the players at the library is great.
We love it when the Danger football come to the library. The players are just awesome, and they interact with the kids, and they read them stories, and kids get really excited about Danger football and sports, and I think it's good to hear role models talk about how they like to read, or maybe they were very good readers and they became good readers, and I think kids love sports. They love to read this kind of books, so we always want them to be here on our opening day so we can get a really good turnout and get kids pumped up. And then every Thursday we have different activities for kids going on and different groups coming in to keep them inspired and pumped up, and they read for 30 minutes with volunteers and then off they go.
Danger receiver Marcus Bones Barnett said the players being at the library is more than just reading.
Honestly, I don't think it's that important that we came out to read. Honestly, I just think it's that important that someone that they look up to comes out and shows an interest in them, to spark whatever ideas or philosophies that they have that can change the world. You know what I'm saying? Because they are us in a sense, you know what I'm saying? Because if we didn't have anybody to do that for us and show us that whatever we decided to be, we could be, we wouldn't be where we are today. So it's our job as older adults, and somewhat as role models, since the position of our job entitles us to be that, to come back and support them in their ideas and let them know that reading is all well and great, and it's a fundamental key for you to succeed. But if you're not a great reader, you can be a great painter. You can be a great whatever you decide to do. You can always succeed at anything you put your mind to.
Swan said the kids look up to the Danger players as role models.
I know, like my grandkids, they just love going to the football games or any kind of events where they have the Nebraska volleyball, whatever it is. Kids need role models. They need people to look up to and get them excited about reading or sports or coming to activities. And we know that if we get them here in the library, we're going to get some books in their hands, and they're hopefully going to go home and read about their idols or other idols.
Those in attendance also got a voucher for free tickets to Saturday night's game. Barnett said it is great that the kids will get to see the team play.
It honestly means the world. It means more to me to have the children out there than some of the adults, because they genuinely just coming out there to have fun, and they genuinely care about us, as opposed to, don't having to come to bring them or this, that, or out of an obligation. They come because their heart's in it. And that's what's really important.
Swan said the Summer Reading Enrichment Club is important to further a student's education.
It's so important because when school gets out, studies have shown that kids that don't read in the summer, sometimes they don't do as well when they go back to school in the fall. So we want them to be using their brain and to try and read at least 20 minutes a day. And parents can do some things for their kids. They can model good reading, even if it's a magazine or a book, ebook. Kids, it's important to kids that they see their parents reading, and kids can just be inspired by them, and set up some reading time at night to do some family reading before you go to bed, or keep those good habits going on, because we know that kids read at least 20 minutes a day probably at school. So in the summer, if they can just shoot for that 20 minutes, it's important for them, to keep their reading scores up. Summer Reading Enrichment is every Thursday, and that's for kids that like to read, or some kids maybe might need a little extra help reading. And so it's really for everyone, and kids can come and read with volunteers and earn prizes. And we like that they like the prizes, but it's just kind of exciting to see kids get latched onto books because maybe they found their favorite book and now they want to read just because they love to read and not just for prizes.
Reporting in Grand Island, I'm Zach Mayhew.